Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. It's little echoing. Prabhu. I think can you increase the volume and there is an echo button. There is a volume. No. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you. I hope you completed. ఎన్ని మాలలు చేశారు ఇవాళ? 3, 4, 3 to 4. Very good. 1. Very good. Hare Krishna. Mataji, how many malas you did? 3 malas. Very good. Thank you. Hari Bol. I think this is good. So we had an amazing Janmashtami festival last week. Thank you all for Prabhuji. మేము మిస్ అయ్యాం బాగా. ఊర్లో లేరా ప్రభు మీరు? అరే శ్రీరంగం వెళ్ళారా? అక్కడికి వెళ్ళారా? అపోజిట్. యువర్ ఇన్ ధామ్. వెరీ గుడ్. అవునా? వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్. So we had an amazing Janmashtami festival. I hope everybody felt good. Blissful festival. So many people participated. I was also surprised. Thanks to Vasantrao Prabhu, Giridhar Prabhu, and all who helped and made it happen. Thank you very much. I was just thinking that it happened like a miracle. It happened like a miracle. Our place arranged out and like almost 350 people వచ్చినట్టున్నారు కదా Prabhu? Plates 350. Oh, plates 350. Okay. That's great. So many people got prasadam. And the most surprising thing was a lot of people heard the katha patiently for 1.5 hours. I thought people will just leave and go. That was the biggest surprise to me. Right. Welcome back. So, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। हरे कृष्ण। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददान्ति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पथे गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवतिर्नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हितायत जगत हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अखंड कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। हरे कृष्णा। Actually, to be honest, there is nothing more to talk. I was just thinking what else we have to talk today. because we spoke the most important thing about Krishna for 4 weeks. Who is Krishna? Is everybody convinced now? ఏమన్నా మనసులో డౌట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయండి? ఇస్ ఎవ్రీబడి క్లియర్? కృష్ణుడు భగవంతుడు అని మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. ఏమన్నా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఎవరికైనా కన్ఫ్యూషన్ ఉందా? ఆర్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్ కన్విన్స్డ్? బికాస్ మనం చాలా శాస్త్రాలు రిఫర్ చేసుకున్నాం. We have referred Srimad Bhagavatam, we have referred Padma Puranam, we have referred Vishnu Purana, Brahma Samhita, Chaitanya Charitamrtam, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, so many Upanishads, Narayana Upanishad, Kalisantan Upanishad, Gopalatapani Upanishad, at least 10-12 books we connected and discussed so many slokas which are explaining Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Is there any confusion? ఎవరికన్నా ఏమన్నా చిన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్నా ఉన్నాయండి మైండ్లో? ఇంకా ఆయనే భగవంతుడా కాదా?
ఆయన భగవంతుడు. ఓకే, కృష్ణుడు చనిపోయిన తర్వాత 14 రోజులు 20 రోజులు అరణ్యంలో ఉంటే అర్జునుడు వెళ్ళి దాన సంస్కారాలు చేశారంటే అది కరెక్ట్ అండి? లేదా రాంగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్?
కాదండి,
కాదు కదా.
కాదు. యాక్చువల్ గా కృష్ణుడు చనిపోవటం అన్న వర్డే మనం వాడకూడదు. బికాస్ దేర్ ఇస్ నో డెత్ ఫర్ గాడ్. మనుష్యులకి లాస్ట్ వీక్ మనం చదువుకున్నాం కదా. ఇఫ్ యు రిమెంబర్, I started with this శ్లోక. ఎవరికైనా గుర్తుందా? మన కృష్ణాష్టమి సెషన్ నేను ఒక శ్లోకంతో స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఎనీబడి రిమెంబర్ దట్ శ్లోక? జన్మ కర్మ చ మే దివ్యం ఏవం యో వేత్తి తత్వతః త్యక్త్యా దేహం పునర్జన్మ నైతి మామీతి సో అర్జున. జన్మ కర్మ చ మే దివ్యం. ఆయన జన్మ, ఆయన కర్మ, దే ఆర్ ఆల్ దివ్యం. దే ఆర్ బియాండ్ నార్మల్ థింగ్స్. బికాస్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ నాట్ లైక్ ఎ నార్మల్ పర్సన్. అవర్ బర్త్ ఇస్ normal birth. We are in the mother's womb for 9 months, going through so many problems. When mother eats merpka bhaji, what will happen to the child inside? Our child was drinking his own urine, everything. Horrible. Shastras say that, we are all excited that somebody is having a baby. Awesome. We are all excited. We are waiting for the baby. But the baby is going through hell. Bhagavatam says the baby is going through hell inside the body. Hell inside the body. Cannot turn around. Mother drinks hot coffee. Baby is in big trouble. All kinds of torments. It seems babies will be praying and said, Krishna, if you allow me, this is the last birth I want to take. But as soon as they come out, that's it, everything is gone. Anni marchipotar. So that is the Maya. So we go through like this, and we are all born because we have some residual karma, and we have so many desires, unfulfilled desires. మనం చాలాసార్లు మాట్లాడుకున్న జన్మకు కారణం ఏంటండి? Unfulfilled desires, కోరిక and karma. But Krishna is not born because he doesn't have it. ఆయనకి ఏ కోరిక లేదు. There's nothing pending for him. For us, somebody need to grant the desires. For him, who does need to grant his desires? And ఆయన కర్మ ఉందా? We all discussed at great length. Krishna doesn't have any karma because he is not a normal. That's why his janma is great. జన్మ తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేని వ్యక్తి జన్మ తీసుకుంటున్నాడు. ఎందుకని? మన ఉద్ధరణ కోసం. A person who doesn't need to take birth is taking birth just because to take care of us. Paritranaya sadhunam vinachayata drushkutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna is telling, I am coming again and again and again only to reciprocate my love and connection with all the devotees. That's why Krishna is different. Actually, Shastra says, I have also explained that Krishna doesn't come in every Dwapara Yuga. He comes once in a day of Brahma. Once in a day of Brahma. So Krishna has come recently, 5,000 years ago. Again, it will take millions and billions of years for Krishna to reappear. That is why this Kali Yuga is called Dhanya Kali, because we are just 5,000 years away. After 10,000-15,000 years, if you say the word of Krishna, they'll shoot you. They'll kill us after some time. We are already seeing, right? We are already seeing the glimpses of the future now. You say, గట్టిగా మన భగవంతుడి నేమ్ పాడితే కొడతారు. అలా ఉంది పరిస్థితి. So, Srila Prabhupada also says that it is only first 10,000 years of the Kali Yuga is the golden Kali Yuga. And already 5,252 years passed. Another 5,000 years is there left. That's all. After that, there is no Bhagavan, there is no Harinam Sankirtana. Nobody will think about it. Everybody is just born only to enjoy. Only to enjoy. So Shastra is telling better to pack our bags as soon as possible. As soon as possible, better to pack our bags and don't wish to take birth again. Now I can say all these statements. If I say this in the first class, you'll almost beat me up red and black. Now I can say this one. We can all look forward that no need to take birth again. That should be our desire. Janma karma. Krishna's every act is so beautiful. Every activity is very, very beautiful. Last week by Krishna's mercy, we discussed 4-5 leelas. And I see some of you are slowly developing the habit of listening every day. How many of you are listening every day? Something from YouTube? I know you are pakka listening. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. Please make this habit. Minimum 30 minutes. Very, very important. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, listening. Sravanam, Kirtanam. These two are fundamental to our entire movement. Our discussion of, I think today could be the 20th week or 19th week. I even lost track. 20 weeks into at least 40 hours. The essence of all this discussion is only two things, Sravanam and Kirtanam. Swami Naman Chetam, Swami Gunaganalu Vintam. There are only two things. Only these two things only will purify us, will take us further in the path of life, will advance us in the spiritual life. Nothing else can help us. Only Harinam can help us. Shastra say that the Harinam is like a boat. Is like a boat in the big ocean. Big boat. It's like a small boat in the big ocean, which has the capability to take from this end to the other end. అంటే ఆ భగవన్ నామమే ఒక నావలాగా మన్ని ఈ గట్టు నుంచి ఆ గట్టుకు తీసుకెళ్లగలిగే శక్తి కేవలం హరినామ సంకీర్తనకే ఉన్నది. So whether we understand in this life or after 50 lives, truth remains the same. Truth remains the truth. మనం ఎప్పుడు ఒప్పుకుంటామో is the choice Krishna has given us. Anyway, so we spent good 4 weeks, almost like 2 hours. Sometimes even we spent even 2.5 hours also. We discussed about who is Krishna, about Bhagavan, about avatars. How many types of avatars are there? Everkana gurtundandi? How many types of avatars? Not avatars. Leela avatar, Purusha avatar, Shaktaves avatar. అప్పుడే మర్చిపోయామండి. అన్యాయం కదండి, అప్పుడే మర్చిపోయాం. 3 వారాలకే మర్చిపోయాం. There are so many young people, half my age are here. Why are you forgetting? Old people like me forget is okay. Gunavatar, Purushavatar, Leelavatar, Manvantar avatar, Yugavatar, Shaktavesh avatars. ఎక్కడో విన్నట్టుగా ఉన్నాయండి. ఎక్కడో విన్నాం. कहीं सुना जैसा लग रहा है ना जी अंकिता माता जी? कहीं पिछले जन्म में सुना है. पिछले जन्म में नहीं है, सिर्फ 2 हफ्ते पहले सुने हम. So these are all the different types of avatars we discussed, and we discussed finally that Krishna is the avatari, and everybody are the avatars are coming from Krishna, and we had detailed scriptural proof. Why are we telling Krishna's to Swayam Bhagavan? We discussed at great length. So the essence of all Shastras is agreeing, understanding, believing that Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. Ardhamayindandi? Essence of all Shastras, essence of all Vedas is agreeing, accepting, believing, agreeing, accepting that Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. That it's a 50% of the problem is solved if you have accepted that Bhagavan. If you still have any questions, please ask me. Or if you have time, please listen to the recordings of the last sessions again and post it if you have time. Please listen again. Because that is a fundamental thing. It is not brainwashing. Don't think that we are trying to brainwash that Krishna is God or something. That is not the idea. It is to explain the truth, because Bhagavatam is clear. Bhagavad Gita is clear. That is fundamental. So once you know Krishna is Bhagavan, then our bhakti starts for him. Our love starts for him. Then we start chanting. See, we celebrated Krishnashtami. You might have celebrated so many Krishnashtamis before. But before that, manaki Bhagavantudu evaro purtiga teliyadu. But this Krishnashtami, our consciousness was that the person who is standing there is none other than Supreme Lord Krishna, Krishnashta Bhagavan Swayam. And luckily, so fortunate, all of us, installed deities from our Guru's home have come, Radha Gopi Vallabha. They were so beautiful. So many people have taken non-stop pictures, videos. Andarki chala manaski, those deities were very engrossing, very beautiful. Anyway, so I mean, we have been discussing for the last, actually today is like the 11th session. I mean, topic wise, today is the 11th topic, but we have already spent at least 19, 20 weeks till now. So today we are going to discuss about what is yoga. And, yes, please.
What discuss about Lord Shiva, Brahma, all, but I think discuss about Durga also.
Oh, we did not discuss about Durga? Okay, I'll explain then. Okay, I'll explain. And then we'll get into this yoga. Today we are going to discuss about yoga, different types of yoga paths, and then finally, what is the ultimate path which Krishna is recommending for us to connect us. Actually, this session is also important from a point of view if there is any confusion in mind, especially people who know Krishna. So there are many yoga paths, and we have to conclude which is the right path. That is the essence of today's discussion. And next week is the last session for this series of topics, where we discuss finally the conclusions of Bhagavad Gita and what is the summary of Krishna's instructions and how do we apply in our life. Right? Okay. So just connecting back to the topic which Giridhar Prabhu connected, we'll discuss that for a few minutes and I'll go into this discussion on this yoga. So when it comes to Brahma, we have discussed that Brahma is created by Krishna. Krishna is the primary creator, Brahma is the secondary creator. Any confusion on that? We took the example of rice is created by Krishna and mother is creating so many different types of rice using that one white rice. Mother is making hundreds of varieties, right? But rice is not created by mother. Similar way, Krishna is the primary creator. He is creating all the 24 elements for the creation. I'm not going into all the detail. 24 elements are the creation elements. And Brahma is using them to create different types of bodies, human bodies, reptile bodies, animal bodies, Anirakal bodies he is trying to create. So he is the secondary creator. And in Brahma Samhita, he is himself said that Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadhiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. All of you need to get this sloka by heart. Manaki manaslo mudrichkovali sloka. That is so fundamental sloka. Next, we also discussed about Shankara. That Shankara is nothing but he is one of the Gunavatar of the Krishna. He is the transformation of Krishna. And the example which we spoke from Brahma Samhita is that milk becoming a curd. If you remember, milk becoming a curd. Okay? Milk becomes a curd. So Krishna is becoming like Lord Shiva. But so what is the source here? Milk is the source or curd is the source? Milk is the source. From curd, you cannot get back to the milk position. From milk, you can go to the curd position. Right? That is what we have discussed. And Shankara was created basically for destruction. And also, second important thing is to take care of all the people in the Tamoguna. There are so many people in the Tamoguna, Bhuta, Preta, Prichachas. We already discussed that all the Rakshasas worship whom? Have you seen any Rakshasa worshipping Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Narayana? No. They all are anti-Vaishnava. They are all hating Krishna. They all only worship Shiva and Brahma. Right? So that is what we discussed. And Krishna, and also Shankara is the in charge of all the ignorance. All the ignorance and arrogance, ahankara we have. He is the in charge of ahankara. So manamandara entante, we have forgotten that we belong to Krishna. We have forgotten that we are the eternal souls of Krishna. And we are in this world to only to enjoy. ఇప్పుడు రోడ్డు మీద ఎవరైనా వెళ్తున్నారు అనుకోండి, జస్ట్ ఈ మైక్ పెట్టు 10 నిమిషాలు ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసాం అనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ పార్క్ లో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరినీ, వై డిడ్ యూ టేక్ బర్త్ అంటే ఏమంటారు? ఈ క్లాసుకి రాకుండా If I am standing here and I was putting mic in front of each mouth and say, "Evanti meer enduku janma తీసుకున్నారంటే?" I am here to enjoy. Somebody will say, "I am here to enjoy my father's property. I am here to enjoy this one." జీవితం అన్నది ఆనందం కోసం. Everybody will say that one. I am enjoying. I want this one. So we have forgotten that we are a soul, and we believed that we are only this body. Mana every day we see death, but we think that we live for next 10,000 years. That is a Maya. Death will never happen to us అని మనకు అనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది. అది మాయ. ఆ మాయా అహంకారానికి Shiva is the Lord main responsible for that one. And now coming to the Durga topic, Durga is Prakriti. This entire material nature is run by Durga. Mayajjakshena Prakriti. Krishna is saying Mayajjakshena Prakriti. Basically, Krishna is saying that Durga is under my authority. Is under my authority. Krishna has given Durga Devi a very tough job. She is the jailer. She is the jailer. We are all in jail. ఒప్పుకుంటారా? ఒప్పుకోవాల్సి వస్తుందంటారా?
Money will come if you pay them. Durga.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, she will. Yes. Actually, she was given a very delicate job. She's like a jailer. She's safeguarding us that we don't come out of the material world, Maya. Always punarati jananam, punarati maranam. ఇలా పుడుతూ సస్తూ ఉంటాం. She's in charge of the material world. That's why Shiva Parvatis are considered as the father and mother of the material world. ఆది దంపతులు అని మనం అంటుంటాం. రైట్? దీనికి చాలా మంది డిస్కస్ చేస్తుంటారు. రాముడు కూడా శివుడికి అభిషేకం చేశాడు. సో Rama is also accepted Krishna as supreme. Basically, right now, when Lord Rama was here, Maryada Purushottam Ram, he was showing us the principles of life. So when you are living in this material world, you need to worship Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati as a mother and father. So he was also showing the same demonstration to her. Why did Lord Krishna has to touch his father's feet? Is Nanda Maharaj supreme than Krishna? Is Yashoda Maya supreme than Krishna? But he has accepted them as mother and father. He is showing all of us that you need to accept. He was carrying Nanda Maharaj chappals on his head. Krishna. He was carrying Nanda Maharaj chappals on his head. Supreme Lord Sarvakarana Karna is carrying his father's chappals. You cannot imagine. He went to ashram in Ujjain. How many of you been to Ujjain? Anybody been to Ujjain? Great place. It's called Avantika as per the Shastra. Avantika, Puri, they are all called Moksha Dhamas. So in Ujjain, Krishna went to Sandipani Mahasri ashram. And Guru Sandipani Mani. Krishnudu inko Guru దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాల్సిన అవసరం ఉందండి? Does he really need to go to a teacher and ask him to teach? Can you teach me all the 64 kalas, 64 arts? He knows everything. But he's gone to the Guru to prove all of us that it is our duty to go to the Guru and learn from him with respect. Right? So Krishna has asked his sister, Durga Devi. Actually, Durga here, in the spiritual, she's called as Subhadra. Here she's called Bhadra. There she's called Subhadra. So Durga Devi's main responsibility is, what does Durga Devi has in her hand? Trishulam. Trishulam ke any spokes unte? There are 3 spokes. You know what are those? From first class. Anybody remembers? Prabhuji, last class marchipoyi inka meer first class antunnaru. Idi anyayam Prabhuji. You have unreasonable expectations on us to remember what we have discussed in first class. You should be able to tell us. You are writing notes. Not past, present, and future. There are 3 types of problems we discussed, if you remember. Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika. These are the 3 types of problems we get when you are in the material world. Durga Devi, the 3 spokes, recollect these 3 kind of problems. And you also seen when we have discussed about modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunalu. Bommalaga adistunna oka picture I have shown you. If you remember, like a puppet show I have shown you. So Durga Devi is like that one. So she is the in charge of the material world, making sure that we are always living in Maya. But anybody is very sincere to Krishna and tells Amma, Durga Amma, now I understood in this life that my purpose of life is not to run around here. Now I have to surrender to Krishna. She will open the jail gates. Until then, she will not open the jail gates. She'll say, continue here only, continue here only. So, but of course, Durga Devi is very merciful. She fulfills all the material desires. But very rare people are those people who knock on door and say, I want Krishna Bhakti. If you remember the Krishna Jananam story, when Krishna was transferred from Mathura to Gokula Vrindavan, who came from there here? Durga Devi came in the Ashtama Garbha. I mean, she suddenly appeared. She suddenly appeared and she says, Kamsantaka, the person who is ready to kill you, is already born in the Gokul. She reveals the final secret and she vanishes. And Yoga Maya Shakti. So understood, Prabhu? Yeah. So Durga is also a servant of Krishna. Durga is sister of Krishna, servant of Krishna. She is in charge of the Bhautika Prakriti. Bhautika, that's why when somebody says, why are you saying Radha Krishna are the parents of the world? It's actually Lord Shiva and Parvati are the parents of the world. Yes, it's correct. Because Lord Shiva and Parvati are the parents of the material world. Bhautika Prapancham. Radha Krishna are the parents of the spiritual world. And where do we belong to? Where do we belong to? What is our original home? What is our original home? Spiritual world. This is our temporary residence. We are on rent here for 1 million years.
Yes.
We are here on a holiday. We are here on a rent. Our original home is that one. The day we realize, it is like somebody went to Goa on a holiday and they forgot that they are from Hyderabad, they are living there only. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక ఇల్లు ఉంది, ఇక్కడ నాకు ఒక సంసారం ఉంది, ఇక్కడ నాకు ఒక లైఫ్ ఉందని మర్చిపోయారు. Somebody went to Goa, some accident happened, like filmy style. They forgot their past. అంతే కదా సినిమాల్లో చూపిస్తూ ఉంటారు. They forgot their past and they are happily living Goa considering that it is their own home. Suddenly somebody reminds me, you don't belong to Goa. Your house is Hyderabad. Your family is here. They are waiting for you. Your family is crying. Your children are crying. Come back. And that person will start, okay, immediately let me come back here. We are all like that one. Yesterday, myself, Raghunandan Prabhu, we were attending that first anniversary program of our Siksha Guru's father. And there was this Sri Vaishnava families have come. And he explained so beautifully about Vaikuntha Loka. I mean, we were like 3 hours listening non-stop. 3 hours, we did not even move. He was explaining so beautifully in Telugu. I hope we'll invite him one day here. He explained it so beautifully. Crystal clear, Sukta Telugulo, chala chakkaga chepparu. He was explaining why did we take birth? Why are we denying to go back to our original home? And finally, when we go back to the original home, how beautiful it is. He was telling a person who has perfected his life. ఎవరైతే వాళ్ళ జీవితాన్ని శుద్ధపరచుకున్నారో, when that soul reaches after it crosses the Viraja Nadi at the entrance of the Vaikuntha, 10,000 devatas come and they do abhishekam of this person with 1,000 gold sahasra gata abhishekam. They do abhishekam of the soul and they make him dip in the Viraja river and they give him beautiful costumes and then they take us to the Vaikuntha itself. He was explaining like, when is it possible in our life? Even after 100 lives, I don't know, when is it possible? I mean, but he explained as if it's like tomorrow morning. Like that, he beautifully has explained. Anyway, any confession, Prabhu? Any confession on Durga Devi? Okay. Now, I mean, this is a question I'll put in your mind if you have confession, because I had this confession before. Devi Bhagavatam says Durga is everything. Shiva Puranam says Shiva is everything. Bhagavatam says Krishna is everything. Which is correct? All are correct. From different levels point of view. Devi is everything from the material world. But she is also created by the Krishna. From a spiritual world point of view, Krishna is everything. So depends upon our consciousness, the answer is correct. Depends upon our consciousness, our answer is correct. So if somebody is not convinced, we don't need to argue with them. Just one namaskaram, that's it. That one day they will read Bhagavatam and they will agree and understand. We are not here to fight who is supreme. We are here to know who is supreme, not to fight. not to prove a point that my God is great. In Tamil Nadu, it happened. People are killing each other thousands of years back, that Lord Shiva is great and Lord Vishnu is great. People are killing each other because they missed the core essence and they were just fighting. So then there are some Vaishnavas again in Tamil Nadu, sorry to quote, they don't go to Shiva temple. Some Iyengars don't go to Shiva temple. They think that going to Shiva temple is papa. It is a mistake. Vaishnavanam yada shambho. Among the Vaishnavas, Shiva is the foremost Vaishnava. Should I go to every Devata temple? Yes, you can go. ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలి? కోరికలు చిట్టి తీసుకొని ఏ దేవత దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళకూడదు. మనం వెళ్ళాల్సింది దానికి, అమ్మా నాకు కృష్ణ భక్తి ప్రసాదించు. అయ్యా పరమశివ నీకు అభిషేకం చేస్తున్నానయ్యా. ఎందుకు? మా అబ్బాయికి అమెరికా వీసా కావాలి. కాదు, నాకు కృష్ణ భక్తి ప్రసాదించు. ఎనీ దేవత యు గో. So from today, do I need to run around all the Devata temples? Not required. If you are doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, from tomorrow you don't need to run around Monday one God, Tuesday one God, Wednesday one God. Avasaram ledu. If you are holding the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you started respecting Krishna, we can stop running around everywhere. But you happen to go, that's okay. అంతేగాని వెళ్ళకూడదని నేను లోపలికి కూడా వెళ్ళిన అది కాదు. దాని మూఢాచారం అవుతుంది. ఆ ఇంటి గుడిలో కూడా నేను రాను, అది కాదు, మూఢాచారం కాదు. యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు ప్రత్యేకంగా ఆ గుడికి పరిగెట్టాలి, ఈ గుడికి పరిగెట్టాలి, ఏం అవసరం లేదు. జస్ట్ హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్ర is everything. And worshipping Krishna, we discussed so many times. Worshipping, pouring the water to the root is pouring the water to the entire tree. All devatas are happy if you are worshipping Krishna because they also worship Krishna. They also worship Krishna, so all devatas are convinced. Nobody is unhappy if you are worshipping Krishna. In fact, they will start respecting. Yesterday he was telling that when that Vaishnava who enters into the Vaikunta, they put a pattu cloth and make him walk, and after that devatas take that cloth and tie like a turban, it seems, because that cloth has touched the feet of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava padal tagilli kabatti talapi turban laga kattukoni they'll feel very happy, it seems. Devatas, today I am fortunate that I am able to wear a cloth which touched the feet of the Vaishnava. అంత గౌరవిస్తారు అన్నమాట వైష్ణవాస్కి. సో శాస్త్రం తెలిసాక ఇంకా మనకు కన్ఫ్యూషన్ అవసరం లేదండి. ఏ దేవతలు ఏమనుకుంటారో, మా ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటారో, మా చుట్టాలు ఏమనుకుంటారో, ఇవన్నీ ఆలోచించక్కర్లేదు. యు ఆర్ క్రిస్టల్ క్లియర్. Like other day we were talking to one person. I asked him, have you stopped eating non-veg? He said, I stopped, but my relatives are becoming a pain. If I go to some function, if I don't eat non-veg, they're sitting on my head. That is true, Amma. ఈ చుట్టాలకు పనే ఉండదు అనుకుంటా. మనం తినపోతే వాళ్ళకేంటి ప్రాబ్లము? మనం తినపోతే వాళ్ళకేంటి ప్రాబ్లము? తినే వరకు పట్టుకుంటున్నారు ప్రభు అన్నారు. Then I told him, you tell him that no, you developed some infection in your stomach and doctor advised you to not eat non-veg. He's saying now my relatives stopped troubling me. So, I mean, he was very sincere. He understood. The day I explained him, he stopped eating non-veg. He's a Reddy. So from many years, he's like 50 years, I think. The last 50 years, he's been eating non-veg almost like every day. Now, once he understood the concept, he said, thank you, Prabhuji, for explaining this fundamental thing that Jiva Himsa Mahapapa naku arthamaindi. From today, I'm not eating. Of course, because of his relatives, on some functions, he was forced eating. So when his mother passed away, they arranged non-veg also. And he cooked, he arranged with some brahmanas, some non-onion garlic food for some of us. Then I told him, Prabhu, why did you even cook non-veg? He said, my relatives are not accepting, Prabhu. I asked him, are your relatives are coming to see your mother or to eat non-veg? Have they come to say bye to your mother? Have they come to give respects to your mother? Allu non-veg pettapothe raanannaru, Prabhu. Krishna, I was thinking, ante non-veg pettapothe intiki raara chuttalu. తిడతారు కూడా, తిడతారు కూడానా? Yes. Oh my God.
The person who is actually hosting all, he should take a decision whether to do it or not.
Ante Prabhu.
Very simple.
Ante Prabhu, you are right. That's what I told my friend. Prabhu, you take a decision. You are hosting. You take. His wife is from Sri Sampradaya. The Chennajiyar Swami, she took Diksha from there, his wife. She was also saying, I'm helpless. I can't do anything. I don't eat. She said that day I cooked separately for myself. She cooked for 10 people for herself and for just 10 of us who have come. We did some kirtan on when her mother passed away, when my friend's mother passed away. We cooked for some, we did kirtan for some time and then we ate that prasad that came. So I told him, you have to be strong. I told you, tomorrow you are in deep trouble and you need 1 crore rupees. Will all your relatives come and give you 1 crore rupees? Huh? Tomorrow you are in ICU in hospital. Can all your relatives come and help you come out of ICU? 2 questions I asked you. You need 1 crore. Will your relatives give? You are in ICU. Can any one of your relatives can save your life? I asked him these 2 questions. I said, if they can do these both things, you follow whatever they say. If they cannot do these things, just don't ignore them. Don't follow them. Anyway, I understand social customs, especially Telangana is very special. Telangana, Mandu Mukka lekapothe Sachinaram Vratam kuda nadavadu. I was surprised here in Sachinaram Vratam they were eating meat here.
In the evening, no, in the evening they'll.
In the evening.
Morning they do the non-vegetarian.
Morning we are strict to Vaishnava.
In the evening
Evening.
They will kill. One of my friends is there. If I am vegetarian, but when it's non-veg is offered to the Durga, so I have to eat.
Yeah.
So
Ignorance. Ignorance have went into our DNA now. Not even blood, it went into our DNA. Ignorance went into them.
my friend's family, the son stopped father's smoking and drinking. His father committed suicide.
Krishna. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
Good one.
Huh?
That's good only.
Okay, Vadanna, correct.
Correct.
But I am requesting all of you, if you are from a non-veg eating families, my sincere request to you is stop. Please stop. At least you stop. If your husband doesn't follow, your relatives doesn't follow, Udre said, at least you follow sincerely. And if husband and wife, like both of you are here, if husband and wife are attending sessions, you are more fortunate. Both of you can strongly stop. How many of you will stop non-veg from today? Every vegetarian. మీరు చేసి పెడతారు ఓకే ఇక నుంచి ఆయనకి చేసి పెట్టదు ఆర్డర్ చేయండి స్విగ్గీ జొమాటో 150 ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయండి చేసి పెట్టద్దు ఆయనకి ఆర్డర్ చేసి పెట్టండి ఆయనకి కావాలంటే ఆయన తినివ్వండి మీరు మాత్రం మీరు కనీసం ఉండద్దు
or eat, give him prasadam every day, so then gradually they'll.
చెప్పండి అమ్మా your kids are asking you have to explain them mama. My suggestion is don't talk from a religion point of view. Talk from a compassion point of view, humanitarian point of view. Religion అనగానే నేను తిని చూపిస్తా అంటారు వాళ్ళు మన పిల్లలు నేను తిని చూపిస్తాను ఏమవుతుందో చూద్దామంటారు అందుకనే యాంటీగా వెళ్తారు I always with many people 90% I don't talk slokas or Bhagavatam or something. I talk from the human compassion point of view. What when you don't have a capacity to give life, how can you take away life? Simple. Compassion మీద మాట్లాడండి. Then slowly you can take it. Yes. Next week is Radhashtami. Exactly, Radhashtami. 31st, but I understand 31st here Ganesh Nimaji is happening. So we will do it on Saturday. We'll do it on Saturday. 31st చేయొచ్చా? Problem లేదా? కత్ గణేష్ నిమజ్జనం అన్నాడు కదా. బట్ యూ ఆల్ మిస్ కదా. అంటే తీన్మార్లు వేయాలి కదా అందరూ. అవునా మరి తీన్మార్ డాన్స్ చేయాలి కదా సినిమా సాంగ్లు కానీ డాన్స్లు కొట్టాలి కదా. సాయంకాలం 4 తర్వాత. Oh, then that's fine. So you will not miss any dance. Right. Hare Krishna. Okay, we are now jumping into our topic. I know we spent more time talking, but they're all important. Almost we have spent an hour. Krishna, I did not think that today. Right. So, I'm straight getting into the topic. You all heard Karma Yoga. Vinnar kadandi. Jnana Yoga. Vinnar. Ashtanga Yoga. Konchu vinuntar. Bhakti Yoga. We have heard everything. Now, my straight question is, all these are alternative paths to God, or they are incremental steps. Okadani paina okata, ante is bhakti yoga highest than all these things, or all these four are alternative paths to reach Krishna? What is your understanding? Like a ladder, yoga ladder. Very good. Anybody else? Anybody? Any other thoughts? Anybody have? ఇంకేమన్నా ఆలోచన ఉందండి ఎవరికన్నా? ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ పాత్సా ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి స్టెప్స్ లాగా పైకి వెళ్ళినట్ట? ఎస్. Yes. He's all into completely Jnana Yoga. Aham Brahmasmi. I am. Who am I? Okay. I used to read Ramana Maharshi books before. Initially, I was attracted. I used to eat his books, and also one of his assistant, I forgot his name, that Swami, I forgot his name, who has written, Nanagar, yeah. He has written many books. So I've read them before, many years ago. So I'm concluding, then we'll go into a discussion. The conclusion is Bhakti Yoga is the highest. Yes. I mean, what I mean to say is it is easy to practice. Let me put it like that. It's not easiest because our mind is polluted. Our mind is polluted from unlimited lives. So that's why 4 rounds of Mala, 30 minutes, we are not able to do with full focus for concentration. I understand where you are coming from, but it is easy to practice. Bhakti Yoga is easy to practice. There are no rules. Very simple. Just take the Mala and start doing japa or do a kirtan. Read a book. How easy to practice? They are not saying, go get a pulicharmam. They are not telling, no, to sit on a tiger skin, sit in an erect position, focus your breath on here, focus on here, and sit there for 10,000 years. If I say that one, can you do? 10 seconds also we cannot sit. We are like that. Right. So I'm not going into all the basics of details. Whenever anybody says yoga, what comes to your mind? Different yoga postures. If anybody says yoga, we will think about different kind of yoga asanas, different exercises and kind of things. That is what we think yoga asanas means. Somebody with a flexible body, somebody having powers, somebody having so many followers, somebody can do any magic. There was this gentleman from Andhra Pradesh. He left his body now. He used to create Shivalinga from his mouth. He used to create vibhuti from the air. He used to give necklaces, HMT watches.
Practice to attract many.
Yeah, he used to give so many of these items. He had millions of followers all around the world. Finally, he left his body in ICU. And he told himself that I am Bhagavan. Millions of people are following, and finally he left in ICU with nobody. He was not able to save his own life. When he broke his leg, he was on wheelchair for 3 months and called himself, I am Bhagavan, I am Sarvakarana Karana. Right. So there are so many yogas, some funny, just for a lighter moment. There was this harmonica yoga now. People do that music and then they play. There is karaoke yoga. There is also doga. They bring their dog and practice called doga. DOGA. Right? Hip hop yoga. So many types of yogas are there.
Laughing yoga.
Laughing yoga. I know, I see in the parks. They suddenly start laughing like as if they are hysteria patients. They start laughing like that, all kinds of things. So what is Krishna telling? Krishna is asking Arjuna to perform yoga. In chapter 6:46. How many of you note this sloka and go home and open Bhagavad Gita and read? At least one person. Okay. What am I prompting you? Note this number. ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి గీత ఓపెన్ చేసి ఏదో టైంలో జస్ట్ రీడ్ వాట్ వీ హావ్ డిస్కస్డ్ ఆర్ గో టు వేదా బేస్, గో ఆన్లైన్ అండ్ చెక్ అండ్ రీడ్. తపస్విప్యోధికో యోగి జ్ఞానిప్యోపి మదత్తికః కర్మిభ్యశ్చాధికో యోగి తస్మాద్ యోగి భవార్జున. ఈస్ టెల్లింగ్ a yogi is greater than an ascetic monk and he is greater than an empiricist అంటే జ్ఞాని కన్నా ఎక్కువ, and greater than the fruitive worker means karmi. Yogi is the higher than everybody. Ascetic, he is higher than a monk, ashtanga yogi, he is higher than a gnani, and he is higher than a karmi. Therefore Arjuna in all circumstances become a yogi. He is telling Arjuna become a yogi. What does it mean? If we want to understand to become a yoga, we need to understand what is yoga mean. Yogam ante entandi? What is the meaning of yoga? Yoga means not asana. Yoga means union. To connect with God. That is the yoga. Yoga means connect with God. భగవంతుడి తోటి ఒక పరిచయాన్ని, ఒక బంధాన్ని ఏర్పరచుకోవటం is yoga. That is the real meaning of yoga. Right. So basically by practicing yoga, we'll have a discipline of mind. By constantly chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are disciplining our mind. We are disciplining our mind. We are making sure that our mind is calm. Our mind is not stressed out. Our mind is not moving here and there. If you remember, last week actually I was giving a guest lecture in CBIT and MGIT and CR Rao Institute of Mathematics in Central. 3 colleges I was giving induction session for all the people who have just joined in, almost like 1,500 fresh engineers. And I was to talk about the topic called re-engineering the mind. So I was connecting back to the core principle which we discussed in our 4th session, about mind. So what is the thing we discussed about? What is the nature of the mind? మనస్సు యొక్క నేచర్ ఏంటండి? What is the core nature of the mind? Unstable, restless. Chitta markataha, Sanskrit says. Markata means monkey. Just like how a monkey cannot stay on a branch for 1 minute, it will keep jumping here and there. Something or the other it will be doing. Our mind is restless. That is the first nature of the mind. Second nature of the mind is our mind is always negative. ఒప్పుకుంటారండి? You want to do any work, it will tell you, నీ వల్ల కాదు, అవదు, నీకు అంత సీన్ లేదు, ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్తా ఉండి. బట్ అవర్ మైండ్ విల్ నాట్ టెల్ గో అహెడ్. హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్రం చేయమన్నారు ప్రభుజీ, మన వల్ల ఎక్కడ అవుతుంది, మనకు అంత టైం ఎక్కడ ఉంది, ఏదో ఒకటి ఇట్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ పుల్లింగ్ యూ అవుట్ ఆఫ్. యాక్చువల్లీ కృష్ణ ఆల్సో హెస్ మేడ్ మైండ్, he has given a special task to deviate us from the path of life. It is constantly sitting next to us and making sure that we are not following what Krishna is telling. That is the special task given to my mind. Intiki vellangane it will tell you, you already spent 3 hours in listening to Bhagavad Gita in the morning. Now it is time to watch some movie. Inga chalu, 3 gantalu chalu, ee janmaki chalu. That's how it tells you. So actually Krishna is telling in 6th chapter again that your mind, if it is controlled, it's your friend. If your mind is not controlled, it is your enemy. మనస్సు నియంత్రించుకుంటే స్నేహితుడు, మనస్సు నియంత్రించుకోకపోతే శత్రువు. Your mind is your enemy if it is not controlled. Your mind is your friend if it is controlled. So there are 2 things with us throughout our life. There are 2 things which will come from start to end of our life. What are those 2 things? Body and mind. మనస్సు శరీరం చనిపోయే వరకు మనతోటే ఉంటాయండి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ అవర్ బాడీ హెల్తీ సో దట్ వీ కెన్ కంటిన్యూ అవర్ పాత్ ఆఫ్ భక్తి. అండ్ అవర్ మైండ్ హ్యాస్ టు బి కంట్రోల్డ్ సో దట్ ఇట్ విల్ అలౌ us to do bhakti. Otherwise it will always deviate from you. It has to listen to you. అప్పుడు వరకు it is like a what should I tame? An untamed dog. ఫస్ట్ లో కుక్కలు ఎలా ఉంటాయండి? మీ మాట వినవు, మెల్లిగా దువ్వి చెప్పి దానికి ఒక బిస్కెట్ వేసి అలా 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 దగ్గర తెచ్చుకొని యూ టేమ్ ద మైండ్ సచ్ దట్ ఇట్ సపోర్ట్స్ యూ. లైక్ దట్ అవర్ మైండ్ ఆల్సో we have to work 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year to bring it to like, okay, you want to watch TV? Okay, watch TV for 10 minutes. But after that, you have to do Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for 20 minutes. You have to tame the mind. You know what your mind is. Each one of us have a special mind. మన మనస్సు ఏంటో మనకే తెలుసు కదండి. మన మనస్సులో ఎన్ని దౌర్బల్యాలు ఉన్నాయో దానికి ఏది కావాలో మాకే తెలుసు. సో దాన్ని ఏంటంటే నెమ్మదిగా బుజ్జగించి యూ నీడ్ టు బ్రింగ్ ఇట్ and make it to listen to you. That is the most important task of life. Right. So by yoga, our mind calms down. Our mind listens. Anyway, there are so many books on yoga. So yoga basically means to unite with Krishna. So when we perform yoga, we connect with purity and we also get purified with the same qualities of the Supreme. So by yoga, by constantly establishing our connect, very simple. You have internet at home. There is a non-stop internet flowing. Connection is there so that any point of time from any room, you are connected. Anytime you connect, the internet is up. Our life should be like that. That router is this one. The router is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and that internet connection is a connection with the Bhakti, with the mainline Bhakti. That has to be all the time up, all the time connected. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmaritacha. Ye panchestana back of the mind, we need to have the connection with Krishna. You are going to office, that's fine. You are doing some work. Ye panchestana back of the mind, you are connected with Krishna. Not every time you cannot take your mala and do. In your office, 8 hours, you cannot take your mala. You have to coding, or you have to do your job, or you have to do something. Okay. You know what is a materialistic life? Materialistic life ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే, generally all of us are also materialist. We are trying to become a Vaishnava. We are trying to become a Vaishnava. Materialistic life is expansion throughout the life. Sampadana, expand, and finally horrible death. Horrible death. Death takes away suddenly overnight. No plan. It breaks all the plans and takes away. But a proper Vaishnava who has Shastric understanding, for him, initially expansion, after that settling, after that wrapping down, and then peaceful death. Our older generation was following this path. Expansion at a certain age. ఆ తర్వాత settle. ఎక్కడొక్కడ be complacent with what you have accomplished in life. I have achieved this much money. Fine. చాలు. సంపాదన ఎంత కావాలి బతకటానికి? Okay, I want X. I won't define what is X, because each one will have some different understanding of what is X. Based on your family, based on your children's education, based on your health, you estimate what is X. Once you achieve some X, start settling down, and after some time start wrapping down. After 55, 60, or after 50, what is the focus now? Connect to Krishna. If you are working until 70, even after 80 you are going to do your business, where is the time for connecting to Krishna? So that's why a cat carries its kitten in its mouth. At the same time, a cat carries a rat. For rat, it is a death. For kittens, it is love and affection. అదే పళ్ళతోటి పిల్లల్ని పట్టుకుంటుంది, ఎలకని పట్టుకుంటుంది. పిల్లల్ని పట్టుకుంటే ప్రేమ. ఆ పళ్ళు గుచ్చుకుంటాయండి పిల్లలకి. With the same teeth it will hold, but they won't go deep. They'll be soft and love. The baby will be very happy. My mother is carrying me. But అదే ఎలకని పట్టుకుంటే it's death, చావు. That is the end of it. So peaceful death రావాలి అంటే we have to settle, wrap up, start wrap చేసేసి పిల్లలకి అప్పగించేసేసి. There are some old people అండి, 80 వచ్చిన ఇంట్లో ఎవరికి ఏది ఇవ్వరు, అన్ని వాళ్ళ దగ్గరే పెట్టుకుంటారు. Wrap up, start passing on to the younger generation and take it easy and focus more on Krishna. There was this one person whom I get inspired so much. He is almost a retired director of Agricultural University. He is 73 now. During COVID time, he was like every other normal retired person. Every day sitting outside, talking with all the people, relaxing, watching movies, that kind of person. During COVID time, he received a message online Bhagavad Gita class. So he attended that classes. From then he became serious. He started understanding what is the purpose of life. Then online Bhagavatam class. For last 5 years, he's been attending online classes for 4 hours a day. And he's chanting 32 malas every day. From morning 4:30, he gets up. He doesn't go out anywhere. He cut off with all his friends. He cut off going around. No smoking, no drinking alcohol, no meeting friends and wasting time. Only Krishna Bhakti. And he connected all these things online and he developed so much interest. I was very surprised, Prabhu. How can somebody develop that much? And he's even got his Diksha now from His Holiness Jai Patak Swami. He got his Diksha. He's reading 6 hours a day Bhagavatam. 4 to 6 hours a day. He's a retired man, 73-year-old. How many are 70 plus here? How many hours a day you are doing Mala? How many hours a day you are reading Bhagavatam? 2 hours you are reading? 2 times. అది చాలా తక్కువ కదండి. భగవంతుడు మీకు బోర్డు సమయం ఇచ్చాడు, బాధ్యతలు తగ్గిపోయినాయి, ఇంకా ఎంతో చేయాలి కదా మీరు. I gave this example of this retired man. I was so inspired. I went and touched his feet. I told him, please bless me. And he's transformed his life. He has said that I have nothing to do with all my relatives. He said, I have nothing to do whatever they think. He is not even attending any weddings and festivals also. He is disconnected. He said, only Krishna. He comes to our home or some other place where there is Vaishnava Prasadam. He has requested his daughter-in-law, just to give me non-onion garlic food. That's it. Take all my property. Just to give me non-onion garlic food every day. So that's it. So this is the life, how as we age, we have to slowly start wrapping down and focusing more on Krishna. Right. Now we are getting into the core topic. Karmi, Jnani, Yogi, Bhakta. Okay, karma has 2 parts. Sakama karma, Nishkama karma. Before that, the fundamental thing, karmi means if somebody is doing nonsense activities, he is not even considered as a karmi. Shastra prakaram chesevanne karmis antaru. If somebody is behaving on their own, they are not even in the basic ladder. Ardhamaindandi? They are not even in the first step. Karma yogi అని ఎవరిని అంటారంటే శాస్త్ర ప్రకారం చెప్పిన మంచి కర్మలు చేసేవాడిని కర్మయోగి అంటారు. In that one, there is a Sakama Karma Yogi, Nishkama Karma Yogi. Sakama Karma Yogi ante ardham entante somebody who is following all the good principles. Charity ivvali, puja cheyali, yajnam cheyali, tapas cheyali, adi cheyali, cheyali. Everything, whatever they are doing Sakama Karma. But they are doing with an intention of something getting in return. Most of us are like that. We start our life like that. At least some of us, if you are sitting in Bhagavad Gita class, that means you are stop doing nonsense. We have already crossed that age of stop doing nonsense, and we are sitting here and trying to do Sakama Karma. Next, Nishkama Karma. Nishkama Karma ante doing work but not expecting anything in return. Naaki emi oddandi. That is the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Akkada entante you may not have a deeper connection with Krishna, but చాలా మంది పెద్దవాళ్ళు అంటుంటారు, ఏదో భగవంతుడు ఇచ్చాడండి, మంచి పనులు చేస్తున్నానండి, చాలండి, నాకు ఇంకేం వద్దండి. You heard this one statement saying, right? Charity, భగవంతుడు ఏదో ఇంత ఇచ్చాడండి, ఇంత చేస్తున్నానండి అంతే. They don't have a deeper connection with Krishna, but at least they are having a pious life. They are having a good life and they are not expecting anything in return. Then comes, this is అంటే కర్మయోగాలో సకామ కర్మ, నిష్కామ కర్మ. సకామ అంటే doing good activities and expecting something in return. Nishkama karma ante doing good activities not expecting anything in return. Adi Nishkama karma. Actually, karma yoga ani evarna word vaadite, actually the meaning is Nishkama karma yoga. Sakama karma ni kuda karma yoga annaru. Nishkama karma yoga ne karma yoga antaru anamata. Somebody doing the work not expecting anything in return. Manam kanisam akkada unnama? Are we there? Are we there at least in Nishkama Karma? On and down. Very good. Very good, Frank. Nice answer. Yes, on and down. Majjalo. Our life is like a stock market. Huh? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Right. Next, Gnana Yoga. What is Gnana Yoga? You understood Karma Yoga? Is Karma Yoga clear? Just do your duty. But are you expecting return or are you not expecting return? We'll clarify whether you are a Sakama Karma Yogi or Nishkama Karma Yogi. But as per Bhagavad Gita definition, 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga means Nishkama Karma Yogi. One who is doing your work, not expecting anything in return. You may not have a deeper connection with Krishna. You are not chanting his name. You have not developed the taste for Bhagavatam. But you are just doing your duty, not expecting anything in return. That is Karma Yoga. That is the foundational step. First, to start forgiving results. That is the first foundational step in the path of spirituality. Next is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is having a deeper understanding of, a lot of people read Upanishads. They quote Takataka slokas. They're all like Jnana Yogis. And in the Jnana Yogis, there are two kinds of people are there. One is impersonalist and one is a personalist. Impersonalist means basically they don't believe God as a name, form, guna. Gunam ledu, rupam ledu, naman ledu. Like for example, Ramana Maharshi, if you take the example we connected before, he's an impersonalist. He's saying that Bhagavan is everywhere. I'm connecting to that Paramatma and I'm seeing the God inside me. That's it. That is his core principle. There is no bhakti, there is no japa, there is no, Sankirtana, there is no Bhagavatam, that kind of thing. Silently sitting and in deep meditation. Huh? Yeah, understand. But I'm just telling, if you see their path, they are silently sitting and doing tapas, basically inside their heart, constantly on silent mode. Understood? That is, they are all Jnana Yogis. They are all trying to connect to Krishna from an impersonal way. Ante Brahma Sahitya Mukti. Ante they want to merge in the effulgence of Krishna. They are like that one. Next, they are Ashtanga Yogis. Next type of yogis is Ashtanga Yogi. Shat Chakra Sadhana vinnarandi. Have you heard? Somebody trying to do the Shat Chakra Sadhana, Mooladhara Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra. Sorry, I missed that one. Okay. In Jnana Yoga, there are second kind of people. They are also deeper knowledge and kind of people. They play with slokas, they play with this one kind of things, but they believe in God. They believe in the personal form of the God. So there are two types of jnanis. One is in the impersonal way and one is in the personal way. Understood? Next one is Ashtanga Yogi. Ashtanga Yogi, there is a detailed step we'll discuss for 10 minutes on that Ashtanga Yogi. So who is going to focus more on the whole body, mind, and finally connecting with this one. And finally, the last one is Bhakti Yogis. Bhakti Yogas are like us. Normal, simple, humble people, but trying to connect to Krishna in the most easiest path. In the most easiest, fastest, safest, quickest. Okay. Today is very windy actually. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1, it is telling basically Rishabhadeva. You heard this word called Rishabhadeva? Any Jains here? No Jains. Rishabhadeva is one of the incarnation of Lord Narayan, and from him only Jainism has started. From Rishabhadeva only Jainism has started. Right. So he says to all his children, he's telling all his children, all the living entities who has accepted this material body should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. ఆయన వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి ఇచ్చిన ఆన్సర్ ఏంటో చెప్పనా, ఎవరెవరికైతే హ్యూమన్ బర్త్ వచ్చిందో వాళ్ళు కేవలం ఆనందం కోసమే బతకద్దు. ఆనందం కోసం పందులు కుక్కలు కూడా బతుకుతున్నాయి. సారీ, ఇట్స్ అ హార్డ్ వర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ భాగవతం. ఆనందం కోసం పందులు కుక్కలు కూడా బతుకుతున్నాయి. ఆ కేవలం ఆనందం కోసం కాదు, మానవ జన్మ ఎవరైతే తీసుకున్నారో వాళ్ళు భగవత్ భక్తిలోకి వెళ్ళాలి. దే నీడ్ టు కనెక్ట్ టు కృష్ణ. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ Rishabhadev is telling all his sons as the core principle of life, to connect to Krishna. Right. So anyway, there's a deeper explanation of all these things, but we'll see in the interest of time. I will try to jump into main one. Actually, there was this Russian scientist, Ivan Pavlov, who was just doing this example. it will explain, this example will explain our nature, like on and off you're telling like Partiji. So it will explain our nature. Actually, he has got like a 2 buttons, like a small rat bone, like a bone untundi kada. So like a 2 buttons are there. If it touches one button, cheese will come, rat can eat. If it touches one more button, it will get a small electric shock. He was doing this experiment. So, ఇది touch చేస్తే shock, ఇది touch చేస్తే cheese. The rat got used to. Then he alternated it. Yesterday, the right button కొడితే number 1 కొడితే cheese, number 2 కొడితే shock. Rat కి అలవాటు అయిపోయింది. Whenever it want to eat, it understood. Press number 1, eat cheese. అమ్మయ్య అయిపోయింది. Next day, he alternated it. ఇప్పుడు 1 కొడితే shock, 2 కొడితే cheese. So rat అలవాటు అయిపోయింది కదన్నా. So it came and started pressing 1. It was giving shock. It was pressing 1, shock. It was expecting cheese. It was getting shock. మన జీవితం కూడా అంతే. ఆనందం వెతుకుతుంటాం, దెబ్బ మీద దెబ్బ తగులుతానే ఉంటుంది. మనం కూడా ఎలకలాగా నంబర్ 1 కొడతానే ఉంటాం. So then it understood, let me try the second one. It pressed 2, it got cheese. Understood, acha, 1 is shock, 2 is sweet. Next day, he again alternated it. So rat is playing like this. Meanwhile, he opened the door. It was still figuring out. 1 means cheese, 2 means shock. 2 means cheese, 1 means shock. It was trying to figure out to get cheese. But meanwhile, the door was open. It was not going out of the door. This example is very much suitable to all of us. సుఖదుఖాల మధ్యలో కొట్టుకుంటుంటాం కానీ భగవంతుడు డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేసి హరినామం చేసుకుంటే నా దగ్గరికి వస్తావు నువ్వు అంటే నాకు ఆ డోర్ తో సంబంధం లేదు. ఐఎమ్ బిజీ బిట్వీన్ సుఖదుఖ చీజు షాకు చీజు షాకు షాకు చీజు షాకు చీజు చీజు షాకు చీజు షాకు. వీఆర్ బిజీ విత్ దిస్ వన్. డోర్ ఇస్ ఓపెన్. ఇట్ డిడ్ నాట్ అబ్జర్వ్ ద డోర్ ఫర్ 1 day. We are also exactly like that one. This was the scientific principle. So karmis ante, how are karmis behaving like that rat only? అచ్చా ఈ పూజ చేస్తే ఆ ఫలితం వస్తుంది, ఈ వ్రతం చేస్తే ఆ ఫలితం వస్తుంది, ఈ ఉపవాసం చేస్తే ఈ ఫలితం వస్తుంది, ఆ గుడికి వెళ్తే ఇది వస్తుంది. సో వీఆర్ ఆల్ బిజీ కలెక్టింగ్ చీజ్. ఇన్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ కలెక్టింగ్ చీజ్ we get shocks. We keep getting shocks, but we are still searching for cheese. అంతేనండి? Do you agree? We keep getting shocks, but we are searching for cheese only. But we are not thinking there is a door open, and that door will even take me to a place where there is no shock at all. That is what he was telling. Next, Nishkama Karma we discussed anyway. So Karma Yoga means detaching from the fruits of the work, not expecting anything in return. Jnana Yoga is raising your consciousness through the knowledge of God. A lot of people read, a lot of discussion about a lot of Upanishads. You see a lot of earlier days, there used to be a lot of debates between sannyasis. They used to discuss about Manduk Upanishad, different kind of Upanishads they used to discuss and debate and kind of things. So they are all focusing more on the Jnana Yoga. Then Ashtanga Yoga is a mechanical process to control the mind. And Bhakti Yoga is the most ecstatic love of God, connecting with God. Right. So Jnana Yoga, I am not going into all those details. Ashtanga Yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga talks about 8 parts. Ashtanga Yoga. First one is Yama. Next, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. There are 8 stages for the Ashtanga Yogis. Meer, for example, Ashtanga Yogis examples ivalante meeru. Do you know Swami Shivananda from the Divine Life Society? Peru vinnara? Swami Shivananda from Divine Life. That's where actually 93 my father took me to Rishikesh. That was my first books I bought from that Rishikesh Swami Shivananda Ashram. Some 20 books I got. That was first book I purchased was What Becomes the Soul After Death. That was the first book I purchased in my college days to read. I was very curious to read about that book. Swami Shivananda Ashram. So, Yama Niyama. Yama ante do's and don'ts. Niyama ante do's. Idi cheyali, idi cheyakodu. Yama. Don't do. Basically, for the Ashtanga Yoga, the fundamental thing is you need to be a brahmachari, brahmacharya. One should not have a relation with the opposite sex. That is a fundamental thing for the Ashtanga Yoga. Is it possible for the married people? Not. For a samsari who want to have child, we naturally have an inclination to the opposite sex. That is very natural. And it is given by Krishna. Asana, the way you sit. Pulicharam medu kuchali, it has to be straight. This whole portion have to be sit straight. If we sit straight like this for 10 minutes, we need to go and meet an orthopedician. Antenandi? Pavu gante ila kunchunte ikkada idi pattesindi ikkada. We need to apply move spray. Then pranayama. How the breath control. Slowly. Actually, they say, Shastra says our life is number of breaths. Number of breaths is what is given to us. These many breaths. That's why some yogis do breath very slowly. For example, if you're taking, each breath is taking like this way, they. In that one, we take 6 breaths. That's why yogis live longer life. Because they are controlling the breath and the inhale and exhale is so slow. In their one inhale, we do 4 inhales. In their one exhale, we do 4 or 5 exhales. That's why yogis, 2 years back, I was giving a session on Gauthami in one place. There I met one Himalayan yogi who is 101-year-old, it seems. He was looking like a 60-year-old man. 101, Hatta Katta, Swami from UP. 101, like he was so energetic. I was shocked to see 101, you cannot even imagine like this. Then Pratyahara. Pratyahara means withdrawing the senses. Manassu. All the indriyas, pull the indriyas inside. Then Dharana. Focus on the life energy. They say that now focus on the breath. Focus on the life energy. And meditate deeply. And finally, Samadhi is a situation where you are oblivious of your around. Ante ఆ లైఫ్ ఎయిర్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేస్తూ చుట్టుపక్కల ఏం జరుగుతుందో తెలియకుండా అలా రోజులు సంవత్సరాలు ఉండిపోతారు. ఎనీబడి ఫ్రమ్ గోదావరి డిస్ట్రిక్ట్? ముమ్మిడివరం బాలయోగి విన్నారా పేరు? బాలయోగి అండ్ ఆల్. సో దేర్ వాస్ వన్ దిస్ పెద్ద బాలయోగి, చిన్న బాలయోగి. They were very recently it happened. They were people for 20 years, 30 years in the japa, non-stop. It happened very recently, just 40 years, 30, 40 years ago. Right? So there are so many yogis in Himalayas who follow this one, and their purpose, what is the purpose? Sometimes to connect to God or sometimes to achieve something great. So, can we do this one? Can we do this one? Follow brahmacharya, sit in this posture, focus on that air, life air, for hours together, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 2 days. Sometimes they don't eat food and they are in that position for 10 years, 15 years. Like Hiranyakasipu, Tapas and all we see in the movies, right? We see ant hills getting formed on their body, all these things. That means they have nothing. Prapancha em jarugundho valaki they are in the deep meditation. Deep meditation. Sometimes they may not do any nama japa also. They are in a deep meditation. For days and hours and years together, they keep doing like that one. ఇది మనం చేయగలమండి అష్టాంగ యోగం? I cannot do. I don't know about you. I cannot do Ashtanga Yoga. I cannot sit straight for half an hour. So it's very, very difficult Ashtanga Yoga. And Ashtanga Yogas cheste, people get so many siddhis. How many of you know Hanuman Chalisa? Okay, everybody. Ashta siddhinavani dike data. Aswaradhina Janaki Mata. Ashtasiddhi. Ashtasiddhis. Do you know what are those Ashtasiddhis? Eppudu vinunda manam. Anima, Mahima, Garima, Lagima, Praptika, Prakamya, Ishitva, Vashitva. ఈ 8 siddhis ni Ashta siddhis antaru. You know what are the Anima ante entante? Becoming lighter, small, lighter. Next, Mahima ante పెద్దదైపోవటం. Expanding one body is very big. Next, Garima, becoming very, very heavy. And Lagima, becoming almost like weightless, like a feather. All these you might have seen in Hanuman when he is crossing the Lanka. Aina Surasa, వీళ్ళందరూ ఎదురొచ్చినప్పుడు he does that one. Suddenly he becomes so light, suddenly he becomes so heavy, suddenly he becomes so tiny, enters into that mouth and he becomes so big and comes out. All these siddhis he is doing. But why is he using all those siddhis? హనుమంతుడు ఆయనకి ఇచ్చిన శక్తులు ఎందుకు ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాడు? టు సర్వ్ లార్డ్ రామ్. He is not doing for his own benefit. He is not trying to prove that Hanuman is great. He is doing that only Rama Karyam kosame. For serving the lotus feet of Rama and Sita, he is using all his Shaktis. Praptika. People suddenly create laddu from the air. People create vibhuti from the air. That is a Praptika Siddhi. They can manifest any item in the air, but they pick it up from somewhere.
But I think these Babas, maybe they are doing magic, not.
No, that is different. Some Babas are not even having this qualification of
This is
trying to do, doing for 10, 15 years and gain this one. Some Babas, what we are seeing are all magicians.
but some.
Chote Sarkar disciples. but-
This yoga practice very. I think.
No, there are some people who have done yoga practice and do have this Shakti they can create and all. Prakamya. Anything you ask, they will give you. Next, Isitva. Almost like having like a god, Jesa, some power, special powers. And Vasitva is ultimate attraction. That's why you see some Babas having 10,000 people as their followers, 20,000 people as their followers, 1 lakh people as, because they have some Shakti. No doubt they have that Shakti. But what is that Shakti used for? To increase their bank balance. To attract more and more people. Kalki Bhagavan. I quote his example all the time. Recently, I went to see my mother's sister. I went to for a wedding to Guduvada. I wanted to see my mother's sister. After 21 years, I went there. In their house, there is big Kalki Bhagavan photo in the hall. Their house itself name is Kalki Bhavan. Krishna was thinking, where did I enter? But that's okay. I didn't want to talk. She's 86-year-old lady. I just came, took her blessings, spoke to her for 10 minutes. I said, spend your time to do some mantra at least for half an hour a day. I gave her something. I gave her Bhagavad Gita. I said, her, please read Bhagavad Gita 5 slokas a day. Took her blessings and came. I wanted to tell her, at least stop this, following this person in your last stage. But I know in 1 minute, I can't change her mind because she's been following for last 25 years. At least some of you are listening to me for last 12 classes, 14 classes. At least there will be some mind look of the convincing will start. But suddenly you can't meet one person. You can't meet your relative and say, hey, stop eating non-veg. Will they say, yes, you're right. So this is what many Babas and Yogas, so many people today have all these Shaktis. If they have these Shaktis, doesn't mean that they are God. Shaktulunte Bhagavantuda. If somebody can create a laddu and take out a necklace from the air, is he Krishna? So these are all Shaktis which can be achieved by yoga practice for 10 years, 15 years. You can also get this one. If somebody is serious, resign your job and start doing this one. You can also get all these Shaktis are possible. But,
Actually, they are taking the name of Krishna.
Yeah.
Even though they are doing this magic,
Yeah.
but they are taking the name, they are taking the name and they are supposing different. But
they are fooling people. They are literally fooling people by creating. And we are all, see, we cannot create laddu from the air. So if somebody creates, we think, aha, he's God. Somebody is creating vibhuti from there, Hare, he's Bhagavan. And in 1 week, we create Ashtotram. After 2 months, we create Sahasranamam. And after 6 months, we create a temple. After 5 years, we even do 41 days mala for that Baba. We are excellent in developing business for these people. That's why I like this movie. Oh my God. I like this movie.
in Odisha, there is a Baba, his name is Sarathi Baba. Sarathi. So he is a Krishna devotee.
Okay.
But for a not Krishna devotee,
Understood.
like this
Baba.
Baba. So he made all Krishna worship, Krishna Bhagavad Gita. He gathered many people and very crores of property he made. He came with a beautiful girl, doctor, to Hyderabad to enjoy.
Okay.
And he was caught. And he is in jail now.
He's in jail.
He was very popular. He will do all magic. Once I went to, he just from his hand, he gave me honey.
Honey.
Prasad. So many people. I understood in simple Vedic some people said I was not trapped. But many people and we were successful. Now he is in jail.
Yes. See, after some time, everybody will be in the jail only. All these people, because the motive is not proper. Their motive is to amass wealth. Their motive is to attract more people and fool all of us. You know, Shastra em cheptundo telusa andi? In the next life, that wrong guru and disciple, that wrong guru will become like a snake, and all the disciples will become like an ants and eat up that snake and kill them. Chali chiyamalanni cheri, adi manam chinnappudu aa sloka vinnam kadandi, atla 10,000 ants, all the disciples will eat up that snake, it seems, in the next life.
But I have doubt. They have so much knowledge of this Sanskrit knowledge also.
Yes.
Deep knowledge. They will speak.
They will also quote Bhagavad Gita slokas.
Deeper understanding.
Yes.
So why that final understanding they are not attaining out to do?
Because your desire is to enjoy so strong. They have taken up that Baba position to enjoy. They have not become a Baba to become a devotee of Krishna. Yes. Yes.
But understanding is clear. When they are explaining nicely.
No, you don't want to accept it. For example, take a very simple thing, non-veg. We have so much discussion. Why we are not able to stop? Because we don't want to accept. If we accept that non-veg is all about compassion and Krishna, you have to stop immediately. You want to still enjoy. That's why you don't want to listen to that. So even though the same person, he knows Bhagavad Gita slokas, but is internally deeply, he wanted to enjoy life. He wanted to enjoy with women. He wanted to get more money. So his motive is that one. If your motive is that one, you are using Bhagavad Gita to attract people. But you are not using Bhagavad Gita to surrender to Krishna. Sarvadharman Parityajya. That's why don't get deceived. If suddenly somebody is quoting Bhagavad Gita slokas, don't think that they are this one. You please understand, wait and see what are they telling. Are they asking you to develop bhakti? Are they asking you to tell that I am the servant of God? Or are they telling I am God? If anybody says I am God, walk away from there in 30 seconds. Throughout your life, if anybody stands up and says, I am Krishna, immediately say, thank you very much and go away from there within 1 second. Don't waste your time. Crystal clear is a cheating person. If anybody says, I am God. Except when Kalki Bhagavan comes after 4,27,000 years. I'm sure we all will be there, still hanging around in different bodies. Apud when Krishna comes and says, I am Kalki Bhagavan, we have to accept it.
That time you chop only, no time.
He will not talk. He will be busy chopping. He'll be busy chopping, making sabjis. Fat. He'll be chopping millions of heads. He'll be chopping. So, there, I will tell you this small story and we'll move on. I don't know if I told this story. There was a person who practiced for 14 years. And when he raises his finger, it will create light all around. Huh? There was one devotee who tells him, 20 rupees ka bulb can do the same thing what you are trying to do. 20 rupees bulb will bring Roshni in the entire road of this 200 meters. For that one, 14 years you have practiced just to get light from your this finger, ring finger. Another person practiced for 20 years to walk on the water. One devotee tells him, పావలా ఇస్తే బోటోడి ఈ చివరి నుంచి అక్కడికి తీసుకెళ్తాడు. దానికి నువ్వు 20 సంవత్సరాలు కష్టపడి నీళ్ల మీద నడవచ్చు నేర్చుకున్నావా? By giving 25 paisa, you can get into a boat and cross at that time. And you have wasted your 20 years of precious life to know how to learn how to walk on water. What is the use of walking on water? What is the use of getting light from your right finger? I know they're great. You can give tali. That's all. So, why are we discussing this one? Let us not get cheated by any people who do this, creating things from the air. We should not get cheated. We should be very, very, very careful. There are some magicians, but there are some people who have genuinely practiced yoga for 10 years, 15 years in Himalayas and other places. Then they have come here to this world because they have again interest to enjoy. Their deeper enjoyment is still there. Asharam Bapu, he was caught with one young girl. And this Acharya Rajanish, I don't want to even use the word Acharya Rajanish. Rogue Rajanish. He said enjoying sex life is what Krishna said. So you also enjoy with all the women. That is one way of connecting to Krishna, he said. They did not understand Krishna's Rasa Leela. Krishna was 11 years old when he was doing Rasa Leela. Padakundela Baludandi. And all the Gopikas were 7 years, 8 years. What is the sexual attraction between a 7-year-old boy, 7-year-old girl, and 11-year-old boy? And at least today's world, all the young people also know what is everything at the very young age. Millions of 5,000 years ago, 7-year-old girl, 10-year-old boy dancing. What is bad about it? What is sexual about it? People don't understand and use the word Rasa Leela in a horrible way. If a man is caught with having 5 affairs, they write, he is like Lord Krishna having affairs. That's how newspaper guys also will write. They don't know what is Rasa Leela. They don't understand the greater relation between Krishna and Gopikas. They use it so cheaply. For every womanizer, they use the word Krishna. That is so cheaply we are using. So we should be very, very, very careful. This Nityananda, once one person, he was caught with that film actor Ranjita in his personal room. He was having liquor in his hand. And the funniest thing, I spoke to one of his disciples. You still have belief in him? He said that, no, this is a test for our faith in our Guru. Whoever have crossed this stage have advanced in bhakti. He said, I Krishna. I thought, please show me your feet. He's saying that is a test for all the believers. Even after you see that one, your faith is not shaken. That means you have real faith in your Guru, he said. I saw that one. I said, nobody can save you on earth, I said in my heart, and walked away from there.
From the same that Baba I told, is Sarathi Baba. Now his devotees are like mad. They are also telling the same thing what you said now. They are telling the same thing. Even though he was in Hyderabad,
Adoka Yadava and follow your node, Parama Yadavan.
they are worshipping still.
They will worship. I mean, we have to feel pity for such people, and we have to be safe that at least we are not following that kind of gurus. See, this discussion, what we are having is not for this 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 14 weeks. Throughout your life, there are many young people. I see this little girl who is here. Even when she becomes 50, 60, at that time also she need to be careful what she heard now. Should not follow these stupid, cheap gurus and become a sincere Krishna devotee. That should be in our mind for lifelong. This message is not for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This message is for life. Because you never know, suddenly somebody will come and say, hey, you know this Baba, he's doing that one, this one, and we'll start going and start doing bhajan. Because, why am I telling this one is because deep in our hearts, we have so many desires. And whoever fulfills the desires, we want to go after him. And if anybody says, stop having desires, if anybody says, follow Nishkama Bhakti, we don't like it. You understand? That's why not many people will follow Bhagavad Gita. Why? Nijam, cheduga untadi. Such kadva hota hai. That's why people don't want to follow Bhagavad Gita. There is this one Baba who will come and tell, enjoy, do the way you like. That is the way of life. Ye bahut acha hai. Go to Jaggi Vasudev. He will never tell, stop eating non-veg. He will never tell. He will never tell, do not have illicit relationship with other women. Those kind of things, they won't tell it in publicly. Because if they tell in publicly, half the people will go away. For me, if only 5 people come to session, I have no problem. My motive is crystal clear. I have to tell what is in Gita. I am not here to have 1,000 people as my fans association in Gauthami enclave. 900 people hate me also, that's okay. If 20 people agree to the such what is there in the Bhagavad Gita, that's enough. Our job is to tell what is the truth. And aa tarvata mana choice. Bhagavantudu manaki swecha ichchadani. Vinala vadda. Such kadva hota hai. So these all examples are there. I know in the interest of time. Putana. When she left her body was 12 miles. But how much did she become? Like a normal 5 feet, 4 inches, 5 inches, beautiful young lady she became. But once she died, 12 miles is her body. So she has the siddhi to become like a small, young, beautiful looking girl. So Rakshasas also have siddhis. So do you want to follow Rakshasa? So siddhis are there with everybody. So don't get cheated by siddhis. That's why we're discussing this Ashtanga Yoga. This Saubari Muni, This Saubari Muni is one Muni. 1, 2, 3, third picture. He was doing tapas underwater. He felt external world is disturbing me, so I will go sit underwater and doing tapas. There he saw one male fish and female fish were enjoying each other. He felt like enough of tapas. I want to enjoy with a woman. He came out. He married one king's 100 daughters. He married, and he had 10,000 children. 10,000 children he had. After so many years, he has realized, what did I do? ఒక మగ చేప ఆడ చేప కనబడితేనే ఆయన మైండ్ పాడైపోయింది. గ్రేట్ సోల్. అంటే మనం how many do swimming here? Anybody do swimming here? అండర్ వాటర్ ఎంతసేపు ఉండగలవండి? how many seconds without? 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Somebody who is a great practitioner of swimming, 5 minutes or 4 minutes. But he was there for many years underwater doing the tapas. But ఏమైపోయింది? ఒక్క చేపను చూసి మనసు కదిలిపోయింది. So basically, that's why we are talking about, why are we talking about all these things? We are talking about all these things so that we don't get carried away by all these things. That yogic practices, vibhutulu, aటువంటి yoga siddhulu, avemi manakoddu. Hanuman is the greatest example. He has all the siddhis, but has you ever seen him publicizing his siddhis? Hanuman never said, construct my temple. We have created Hanuman temples. Hanuman always wanted Lord Ram's temple. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam tatra tatra krutamastha kanjalim bashpavari paripurna lochanam marutin namat rakshasantakam. But we have created Hanuman temples. Right. So finally, Bhakti Yoga we are getting into. So coming back, Karma Yoga is Nishkarma Karma Yoga, starting point. Do your work, not expecting anything in return. That is the first step of at least being on the right track. Next is Jnana Yoga. People are trying to have so much knowledge about God. And in that one, some people are impersonalist and some people are personalist. And their focus is on Jnana and debates and knowledge rather than Krishna. Their focus is not Bhakti. Their focus is on knowledge. Next comes Ashtanga Yogi, who is following those Ashtanga and they are trying to work towards Siddhis. And some people try to connect to God. There are some good Ashtanga Yogis who try to connect to God and merge into the Krishna, but they are 1 out of 10,000. Most of the people get deviated, Ashtanga Yogis. And we also understood in Kali Yuga, becoming Ashtanga Yogi is very, very difficult. Next comes the Bhakti Yoga, which is the highest yoga, easiest, safest, fastest, quickest. Guaranteed. With guaranteed results. Bhakti Yoga is easy for everybody to follow. So Bhakti Yoga is akarma. Bhakti Yoga le do everything for Krishna. Everything for Krishna. You have God as the center point of your life. నీ జీవితంలో భగవంతుడే మూలాధార చక్రం. Why are you surviving? Bhaktulni, Nija Bhaktulni, if you ask him, why are you living? They will say, to serve Krishna. Bhagavantudu seva kosame nenu batukunnanu. If Krishna want to extend your life for 20 more years, I am okay. Why? I can serve Krishna more. Actually, Mukunda Mala Stotram, there are very beautiful slokas. And there is one sloka which says, if Krishna is in the hell, I am ready to go to hell. Because in the hell, I can serve Krishna. If Krishna is not in the heaven, I don't want even heaven. నాకు స్వర్గం కూడా వద్దండి. భగవంతుడు లేని చోటు నాకు నరకంతో సమానం. ఒకవేళ భగవంతుడు నరకంలో ఉన్నాడా, నేను నరకంలో వెళ్ళి ఉండటానికి కూడా రెడీ. అక్కడ అన్ని కష్టాలు పడడానికి రెడీ. కారణం ఏంటి? భగవంతుడి సేవ దొరుకుతుంది నాకు. So the purpose of life is to serve Krishna. So devotees always think about Krishna. Manmanama vaktatto madhyaji mamaskuru. Think about Krishna. Eat Krishna prasadam. Do Harinama Sankirtana. Read Bhagavatam. Do bhajans. Connecting to Krishna all the time. Thinking about God all the time. That is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is difficult from one point of view because our mind is polluted. But it is not difficult to practice. Do you agree? Can we do Ashtanga Yoga? No. Can we now sit and read 108 Upanishads and start having debates on Upanishads? Connection between this sloka and that sloka. Can we have these debates? No. మనకి 4 శ్లోకాలే గుర్తుండి సావు. లాస్ట్ వీక్ ఏం చెప్పామో కూడా మర్చిపోతాం మనం. అటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఉన్నాం. So we cannot do Jnana Yoga, very difficult. We cannot do Ashtanga Yoga. What is the easiest thing? Bhakti Yoga. Is Bhakti Yoga is telling you to leave your family and go to Himalayas? No. Bhakti Yoga is telling do your work. Do your work and connect to Krishna. You are cooking. Sing a bhajan. Bhajahure mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Do your roti while singing. Who is stopping you? Durlabha Manava Janama Satsangi. I know nobody is doing this one. Everybody is doing washing machine now. Okay, like this. Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Taroye Bhava Sindhure. Is it not easy? Is it that difficult? No. Just some bhajans practice from the day. If we don't practice bhajans, what will happen to our mind? అడ్డమైన దరిద్రం అంతా ఆలోచిస్తుంటుంది మన మనస్సు. అనకూడదు కానీ అడ్డమైన దరిద్రాన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి పెడతా ఉంటుంది మన మనస్సు. ఏదైతే వద్దనుకుంటామో అది తీసుకొచ్చి మన ముందు పెడతా ఉంటుంది. దానికి మన భగవంతుడిని అలవాటు చేసుకోకపోతే మనకి దరిద్రాన్ని అంతా అలవాటు చేస్తుంది మన మనస్సు. So we have to train our mind to connect to Krishna. This is very simple path. Go to temple, serve Krishna, serve Vaishnavas, take the opportunity. That's all. So in Bhakti Yoga, Bhakta, Bhagavan, Bhakti, only 3 elements are there. Bhaktudu, Bhagavantudu, Bhakti, 3 elements are there. There is only service. There is nothing else. You are making garlands. Mataji makes garlands for Krishna every week. There is so much of seva. In the making garlands itself is seva. Some people think that, making garlands is a cheap mundane activity. I was also thinking like that before. I did not understand making garlands is the highest seva. The garlands means, I'll tell you one small story. I don't know if I told you the story. There was this devotee of Krishna. In Vrindavan, he was making garlands. All the time he was making garlands. Every day. It's 20 years he is making garlands every day. Then he was thinking, I did not see Krishna even till now. For 20 years I have been working Krishna. And his friends provoked him. Krishna is stone-hearted person. He is not taking care of you. You are working for 20 years. He is not taking care of you. He immediately gets aggravated. Acha, chalo, choddo. From today, no more garlands. Krishna, నువ్వు ఎక్కడ కొనుక్కుంటా రత్నదీప్లో కొనుక్కుంటావో ఎక్కడ కొనుక్కుంటావో కొనుక్కో, నాకు సంబంధం లేదు. He left that garlands and he started walking out of Vrindavan. He said, now I will change my party from Congress to BJP. I will go to Barsana, to Radharani. I told that at least Radharani is more merciful than you. Chalo, I'm changing your party. He started walking towards Barsana. As he was walking towards Barsana, on the road, there was this young boy, 8-year-old blue-colored boy. You understand who is he? He was holding his hand saying, "No, who will make mala for me from tomorrow if we go away?" He holds his hand and says that sentence. Then immediately start crying and falls at his feet, walks back to his place and continue doing mala. He got the darshan of Krishna by simple activity of doing mala. Was he doing a big job? Was he the Prime Minister of India? Was he the CEO of Microsoft? Just Bhagavantudu, he was doing mala. That's it. Very small thing. These all we felt, we have seen them before, but we felt they are all mundane activities. Small activities. Preparing bhoga for Krishna, doing all these activities. Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a beautiful sloka. Naham vipro nachanara patirnapi vaishyana sudro naham varni chakruhapatir no vasantayatirmava. Basically, I am not a Brahmana. I am not a Kshatriya. I am not a Vaishya. I am not a Sudra. I am not a Brahmachari. I am not a householder. I am not a Vanaprastha. I am not a sannyasi. I am the only servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Who is the maintainer of the gopis? He is the ocean of nectar and he is the cause of the universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. Emanadu, I am not a Brahmana. I am not a Vaishya. I am not a Sudra. I am not a Kshatriya. I am not any caste. I am not anything. All I am is a eternal servant of Krishna. గోపీ భక్తులు కమలయో దాస 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 దాసాను దాస భగవంతుడి సేవకుడు మాత్రమే. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ ఎ సర్వెంట్? వాట్ ఈస్ ద డ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ ఎ సర్వెంట్? టు సర్వ్ హిస్ మాస్టర్. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫోర్ మోస్ట్ డ్యూటీ. అది తప్ప నేను అన్ని చేస్తానంటే కుదరదు. మీ ఇంటికి పనమ్మాయి వచ్చి అమ్మ నేను కాసేపు టీవీ చూస్తానమ్మా, హరిహర వీరమల్లు రిలీజ్ అయింది ప్రైమ్ వీడియోలో, కాసేపు చూస్తానమ్మా అందనుకో, ఏమంటారు మీరు? నువ్వు ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి చూసుకోమ్మా, ముందు ఇంటి పని చేయంటారు. అంతేనా? ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు వాచ్ దట్ మూవీ, బట్ ప్లీజ్ వాచ్. ఐ ఆల్సో వాచ్ దట్ మూవీ. ఇట్ ఇస్ నైస్. It was showing about the British time, that Mughal time, how Hindus struggled. Actually, we are so fortunate people. Whenever I see those old stories, no, I mean, people were killed by saying the name of the god. Women were raped by saying the name of the god. How lucky we are. Man em cheyapayina maname దేవుడి పేరు తలవమ్మ. People were killed. People are beaten. People were beaten by saying the name of the god. But now there is nobody to beat us by saying the name of the god. But yet we don't have a taste for name of the god. Right. So there are three types of connections with Jnana. Sambandha Jnana, Abhideya Jnana, Prayojana Jnana. You remember we talked this before in the last life. Sambandha Jnana. Last life means few classes before. That's what I mean. Sambandha Jnana means any knowledge which is explaining us our connection with Krishna. Sambandha Jnana. Manaki Bhagavantudiki unna sambandham enti explain cheste, it's Sambandha Jnana. Next, Abhideya Jnana. Abhideya Jnana means what is the process of connecting to Krishna? What is the path of connecting to the God is Abhideya knowledge. And Prayojana Jnana is finally what will you get by connecting to Krishna? Shastra says the highest of achieving is Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema. Manam everyday we sing Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. We sing that word. Krishna Prema Pradayate. So Krishna Prema means love of God. That is the ultimate expectation or the desire for any one of us. So Sambandha Jnana, Bhagavad Gita talks about 5 topics. Gurtundandi? Ishvara. Anyway, slide is there. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. These 5 topics are there in 18 chapters. Ishvara, about Krishna, who is God. Next, Jiva, who is soul, chapter 2. Mainly chapter 2 is talking about soul. Next, Prakriti, nature, Srushti. Next, Kala, time. Kalosmi Maham. Krishna says, I am Kala, I am time. Next, Karma. 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter. So many chapters are talking about karma. Karma is the reason for our birth and everything. So this is all Sambandha Jnana, giving the foundational knowledge of our connection with Krishna. That's why Bhagavad Gita is a foundational book. Foundational book. Next, Abhideya Jnana. Abhideya Jnana ante entante Bhagavantudni ela cherukovali. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vishnor, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Atmanivedanam. Navavida Bhakti, 9 processes of Bhakti. These are told by Prahlad Maharaj. At the age of 5, he told about these 9 processes of Bhakti. So we follow any of these processes, we develop our connection with Krishna. And among all these 2, the 2 foremost things are Sravanam, Kirtanam. Sravanam is hearing, Kirtanam is chanting. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what we do is like Kirtanam. And Sravanam, everyday listening Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam is Sravanam. ఈ రెండు మనకి చాలా ముఖ్యమైనవండి. ఆ శ్రవణం కీర్తనం, when it is constant, our mind is like this. Otherwise, our mind is like this. Stock market, up and down, oscillating like that one. So Sravanam Kirtan will keep us focused. So there is one Acharya for each process. Sravanam. Who is the foremost Acharya? Everandi? Maharaj Parikshit. Sravanam. He is the foremost Acharya. Endukani 7 రోజులు 7 పగళ్ళు he did not move. No toilet break, no chai break, nothing. He was just sitting. Sukadev Goswami దగ్గర కూర్చొని 7 రాత్రులు 7 పగళ్ళు he was asking questions one after the other. అదేంటి చెప్పండి, ఈ అవతారాలు చెప్పండి, స్వామి గురించి చెప్పండి అన్ని. He was asking all the questions and he was listening with rapt attention. English word rapt attention. తెలుగులో అత్యంతమైనటువంటి ఏకాగ్రత. He was listening like that. Next, chanting. సుఖదేవ గోస్వామి. ఆయన నాన్ స్టాప్ గా భాగవతం చెప్పాడు. ఆయన నాన్ స్టాప్ గా భాగవతం ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు భగవంతుడి గురించి తలుచుకునే ఉంటాడు. శ్రవణం, కీర్తనం, స్మరణం. స్మరణం అంటే the person whom we'll remember is Prahlad Maharaj. He was always remembering Krishna. He was always remembering Narayana at every situation. Whether he was happy, whether he was in trouble, always thinking about Smaranam. So that's why he is considered as foremost Acharya for Smaranam. Next, Pada Sevanam. Lakshmi Devi, Nityanapayini. ఆవిడ ఎప్పుడు భగవంతుడి పాదసేవ చేస్తూనే ఉంటుంది అనమాట. నెక్స్ట్, అర్చనం. మహారాజ్ పృథు ఇస్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ అర్చనం. బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ అర్చనం. Next week I'll ask all these 9 of them. Who is the foremost acharya for each one? You have to remember. వందనం. అక్రూరుడు. అక్రూరు ఎవరో తెలుసండి? అక్రూరు తెలుసు కదా? He is the one who goes to from Mathura to Vrindavan to bring Krishna Balaram to Kamsa. Akrura is the one. And Akrura is such a devotee. The moment he enters into Vrindavan, he sees the steps of Krishna. He gets down from the rath, falls down and does Sashtanga Danda Pranama. And he starts thinking of all the Krishna Leelas and he forgets why he has come. ఆయన అలా నడుచుకుంటూ వెళ్తుంటే ఎక్కడెక్కడ భగవంతుడి పాదాలు కనబడితే అక్కడక్కడ పడిపోయాడంట ఆయన. ఎందుకంటే బృందావనం అంతా కృష్ణుడి పాదాలే ఉంటాయి. కృష్ణుడి పాదాలు లేని ప్లేస్. అందుకనే కృష్ణాష్టమి నాడు పాదాలు వేస్తారు. మెయిన్ డోర్ నుంచి మన గుడి వరకు పాదాలు వేస్తారు. ఆయన పాదం చూడంగానే పడిపోయాడు. సో ఆయన గంటలో వెళ్లాల్సిన ప్రయాణం టికెట్ 14 hours or 12 hours, because instead of 1 hour he took 14 hours to reach from Mathura to Gokul, because he was just seeing the step, falling down, praying, crying. So that great Vandanam. Next, Dasyam. I think this everybody knows. Who is the best? Hanuman. Bajrangabali ki jai. Pavanasudha Hanuman ki jai. Next, serving as a friend. Arjuna is the main example, like serving Krishna as a friend. Next, complete surrender. Atma Nivedana. Bali Maharaj, he has accepted. His guru said, the one who has come is Narayana. He is going to take away everything from you. Don't give. Sukracharya says. But Aina Bali Maharaj said, if Sakshat Narayanji is in front of me and asking me, wow, what an elevated position I am in. I am ready to surrender. He even disregards his guru and surrenders. And finally, he presses him in the Sutala Loka. You know what did Lord Vishnu told to Bali Maharaj? I will be your Dwarapalaka. Lord Krishna is standing outside Bali Maharaj's kingdom in the main door like a doorkeeper, watchman. Krishna is standing there. He said that I can't repay you for the kind of bhakti you have given me. You can't understand Lord Krishna. Not you. I can't understand Lord Krishna. He was standing as a doorkeeper in the Sutala Loka in front of Bali Maharaj's kingdom. You cannot understand Krishna. Very difficult. So these 9 processes of bhakti, 9 foremost acharyas we remember. So Sravanam, everandi? Sravanam, Maharaj Parikshit. Kirtanam, Sukadeva Goswami. Next, Smaranam, Prahlad Maharaj. Next, Pada Sevanam, Lakshmi Devi. Next, Archanam, Prutu Maharaj. Next, Vandanam, Akrura. And Dasyam, Hanuman. Next, Sakyam, Arjuna. Atma Nivedanam, Bali Maharaj. Among these, we'll remember Bali Maharaj and Akrura more because we connected to their story. So these are the 9 different ways to connect to Krishna. So anyway, we have to conclude now. So in 12:1, Arjuna asked Krishna, what is the best method? Do I worship you as impersonal or personal? Ninnu Brahman laga poojinchala? Should I worship you as Bhagavan? Clearly Krishna asked in 12:1. There are so many people who don't believe this. I mean, they have to at least open 12th chapter. He has answered very clearly. 12:2 Krishna says, those who fix their minds on my personal form and engaged in worshipping me with great faith are considered to be the most perfect. Krishna answered in 12.2. So, Swami, నిన్ను నిర్వికార బ్రహ్మంలాగా పూజించాలా నిన్ను సాకార రూపంలో పూజించాలా? కృష్ణ ఇస్ ఆన్సరింగ్ ఇన్ 12.2. నన్ను ఎవరైతే నా రూపంలో పూజిస్తారో, నన్ను ఎప్పుడు తలుచుకుంటూ అనన్యమైన భక్తి చేస్తారో, దే ఆర్ ద పర్ఫెక్ట్. సో కృష్ణ ఇస్ క్లారిఫైయింగ్ ఇన్ 12.2. He has explained in Karma Yoga 3, chapter 3, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Finally, in 12th chapter, he is clarifying everything that Bhakti Yoga is the highest. Connect to me. He himself said Bhakti Yoga is the highest. Why do we need to debate which yoga is better? I see a lot of debates in YouTube. There are some people, these ISKCON people always tell Bhakti Yoga is the highest. That's what I saw some YouTube this. Recently, I found some nice stupids in YouTube. Now I'm replying to them in, I reply to them in some, I'm trying to reply to them by giving answers. So anyway, I mean, I'm sure they won't listen to my 5-10 minutes answer and change because we are all like that. Mana manasu tondraga maradandi. So Krishna actually in 12, I mean, I request you in the interest of time, after going home, take chapter 12. Chapter 12 has only 22 slokas. Very smallest chapter. It will not take more than 45 minutes to read. Just read the 12th chapter today if you can. All of you who all have some free time today, who are not working. ఎవరెవరు ఉద్యోగంకి వెళ్ళట్లేదండి? ఉద్యోగంకి వెళ్ళని వాళ్ళు చెయ్యొద్దండి. Whoever is not going to job today. So today is holiday. Great. So today nobody is going to a job. So everybody please go home, take chapter 12 and read that one. And Subbareddy garu chadutara? Devidas Prabhu chadutara chapter 12? Murari Prabhu? Vasantrao Prabhu? Giridhar Prabhu anyway said yes. Bharvi Ajay. Yes. Take 40 minutes, 1 hour maximum it will take. Read 12th chapter. Krishna is telling in 12.3. So he is basically clarifying, if you cannot worship me properly, at least work for me. If you cannot even work for me, at least support the people who are working for me. Somebody is conducting Janmashtami. You all have supported. That itself is bhakti, different way of bhakti. Different steps he is telling. Adi cheyalera idi cheyandi. Can you go inside the temple and do Abhishekam as per the Purusha Suktam? No. At least make juices and give it to them. You understood? At least different ways. Can you explain Bhagavad Gita? No. Fine. Next time your son's birthday party, all your guests give gift one Bhagavad Gita to all the relatives who are coming. I don't know if I told you the story. When my mother's first anniversary, we were giving all gifts to people. When we were giving Bhagavad Gita, but when I gave gold to my sisters, when we gave some money to all my aunts and saris and everything, nobody said, no, we have sari at home. No, Mataji said, I already have enough saris at home, don't give me. Everybody said, you forgot to give it to her also. And they gave me made sari. Nobody said we have cash at home. Nobody said we have gold at home, don't give. But when I was giving Bhagavad Gita, they were worried. This is our life. This is our nature. So don't feel shy to distribute Bhagavad Gitas on important functions. Wedding anniversary function or birthday functions, what you do. Please, our part of distributing Sanatana Dharma. Some of us feel ashamed to give Bhagavad Gitas. No, Bhagodandi. Yenduku Bhagodandi? Evadiki Bhagodu? Evadiki Bhagodu? Recently, I attended a wedding. They distributed 1,500 Bhagavad Gitas to all the guests. They gave only Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Take decision. If you are a CEO of a company, or if you are a businessman in your this one, you distribute Bhagavad Gitas on important day of your shop or business or something. Take decisions. If you are in a powerful position, use that power for Krishna. Use that power for Krishna. That's it. Everything using for Krishna is bhakti. Bhakti is not only doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Doing all your energies, doing all your abilities, మీకున్న సర్వశక్తులు భగవంతుడి కోసం వాడటమే భక్తి. Prabhuji, I can cook for 100 people. Cook for 100 people, offer it to Krishna, distribute that as a prasadam. మీకు ఆ శక్తి ఇచ్చాడు భగవంతుడు. Do that one. Everything what Krishna is giving that Shakti, use that Shakti for Krishna. He is the Shaktiman. Giving it back to him, serving him is bhakti. Very simple. So my dear Arjuna, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the executive principles of Bhakti Yoga. Okay. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, at least work for me. Na kosam panjevaya. Oh, you are unable to work for me? Try to give up all your results of your work. Okay, you are not able to work for me. At least don't expect anything. Step by step, Krishna Papa kindak తీసుకొచ్చాడు. At least do that one. So we have to start from low. Our first step is stop expecting results. That is the first step, Karma Yoga. అక్కడి నుంచి know more about Krishna. Then finally Bhakti Yoga is work for Krishna. ఆయనే సర్వస్వం. ఆయన కోసమే పనిచేస్తున్నాం. ఆయన కోసమే బతుకున్నాం. ఏమంటే మీరు ఎందుకు బతుకున్నారండి? భగవంతుడి కోసమే బతుకున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ ద హైయెస్ట్ దిస్ వన్. బట్ మా ముని మనోరాలు పెళ్లి చూసి చచ్చిపోదాం అనుకున్నానండి. అది కాదు. ముని మనోరాలు పెళ్లి చూసి చచ్చిపోవటం కాదు. భగవంతుని కుక్క ఐ వాజ్ మీటింగ్ వన్ ఓల్డ్ లేడీ. ఈ వాజ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ కుక్క 2 ఏళ్ళు ఉంచితే బాగుండయి ఆ భగవంతుడు. మా మనోరాలు పెళ్లి చూసి పోవాలనుంది. కృష్ణ ఏం చేయమంటారు? ఎనివే, ప్రపంచాన్ని మొత్తం మనం మార్చలేం. Can we change the whole world? Can we change ourselves? At least we can try to change ourselves. We cannot change the whole world. We cannot change our relatives. We cannot change our friends. We cannot change our family. At least we can change ourselves. That is the core part of this one. Hare Krishna.
We can make them follow by you.
We can make them follow. You know, I would love if one of you become a Bhagavad Gita teacher. Not one of you. At least 10 of you should become a Bhagavad Gita teacher. You should learn Bhagavad Gita fully and you should preach that, give the message of Krishna. 1 year, 2 years from now, you should sit here and share this knowledge with people. That is the greatness. Then, మనం భగవంతుడి యొక్క రుణం తీర్చుకుంటున్నాం. Why am I sitting here? For my own purification. And as a seva to Krishna. My seva to Krishna, my seva to Raghunandana Prabhu. My seva to Krishna. By teaching Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will be happy. Krishna will bless me. Vaishnava is pleased. Krishna will be happy. That's why I'm sitting here. So some of you should take this in future, that you should be able to influence whatever possible. We don't need to suddenly go to Gachibowli Stadium and influence 10,000 people. If you have the talent, great. But if you can influence 5 people, at least your family members, మీ ఇంట్లో ఉన్న మీ పిల్లలు, my husband doesn't listen to me. Okay, at least your children. Shankar Prabhu, we are missing. Otherwise, you would have put one dialogue. My wife doesn't listen to me. It's okay. At least your children. My children also doesn't listen to me, Prabhu. Okay. At least can you listen to yourselves? Okay. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladayine Hiranyakasi Purvakshaka Silatanka Nakalaye Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yeto Yamitato Narasimha Bahir Narasimha Hrudaye Narasimha Narasingamadip Saranam Prapatte Tavakara Kamala Varenaka Adbhuta Sringa Lalita
हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवतीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल भक्ति विघ्ननाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय वृंदावन धाम की मधुरा धाम की भूवैकुंठपुरी धाम की भूवैकुंठ पंडरी धाम की जय माया श्रीधाम मायापुर धाम की जय गंगे माई की जय यमुने माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा so I hope you got an idea of different types of yogas. I will share the PPT with you today. Please go through that because I skipped some slides in the interest of time. But if anybody has interest, you want to know more, you can just go through the slides. What is the homework for today? Chapter 12. Chapter 12 and share 4 or 5 bullet points what you understood. Prabhuji, I am not good in typing. Record voice recording. Adu vachandi? Voice recording వచ్చు కదా ప్రభు నాకు టైపింగ్ సరిగ్గా రాదు ఇంగ్లీష్ సరిగ్గా రాదు తెలుగులో టైప్ చేయలేను వాయిస్ రికార్డింగ్ ఇస్ ఫైన్ అట్లీస్ట్ డూ దట్ వన్ ఎనీవే సో నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఇస్ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ అండ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ దిస్ డిజైర్ దట్ ఐ వాంట్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ టు కమ్ టు మై హోమ్ is 20 minutes from here. Is it possible next week? Can you all come? రాగలరండి we have an option we can do here or I was thinking if we can do in my home last class. Some of you can take out your cars, 5-6 people. I think we are around 35 people. If 6-7 people can take cars, everybody can come. Is it possible? Ragalutarani? Is it possible or should we do here only? Just I want to serve you in my home. Kastamandi? Nadichi ravathu. Just 5-6-7 people. If we take cars, each car 5 people can come. I think we are around 35 people. Easily we can come. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock sharp. If the cars start in front of the park, each one of you get in one car. Saturday will do? Saturday or Sunday? I am okay with both days. Saturday? Next Saturday. Saturday is okay? How many of you can take your cars? Murahari Prabhu, Vasantra Prabhu, Mataji, Giridhar Prabhu, Kishan Prabhu, 5, Raghunandan Prabhu, 6, Karthik Prabhu, 7. 7 cars. How many of us are here? I think we are around 30 people. You also. One more car. Okay, good. So we have 8 cars. So it can accommodate 40 people. So if your car has space, pull some people from the park who are walking, bring them into your car and bring to my home. Is it okay? All of you can come? Yes. Ragal Randi, everkana kudarda? Ikkada everkana kudarda? Everkana ibband unda? You can't come? You have school? Oh, sorry dear. Okay. That is a genuine answer.
Okay. Meeta andar ragalrandi. Hare Krishna. So all the people who raise the hands, I'll remind you again on Friday evening. 7 o'clock cars will be here. Get into the car. 20 minutes you'll all reach my house. We'll spend same 7:30 to 9 o'clock, 1.5 hour we'll spend. Then we'll have breakfast prasadam, we'll have small kirtan, and then you all can come back. It's my opportunity to serve you all because I'm always coming here. I wanted you to come to my home and offer you some prasad, and it'll be nice, we'll be happy. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Any questions from today? ఎవరికైనా ఏమైనా questions ఉన్నాయండి? Are questions from the past weeks? So next week we'll discuss. I'm not going to tell anything new next week. We will have a summary of what we discussed till now and final instructions of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita lo Bhagavantudu ichina instructions enti? What did he tell in different chapters? We'll discuss that. And how do we apply this in our day-to-day life? Of course, I'm not going to talk anything new. Whatever we discussed till now, we will connect and go a little more deeper with some practical examples. If you have questions, feel free to ask that questions. Prabhuji, how do I follow this? How do I follow that? And if you are interested to continue in future, we will also discuss that. Yeah. I know we polled that around 10-12 people showed interest. How many of you want to know Gita in more detail? You want to understand Gita in more number of detail? Do you have patience to attend 36 classes? Same time Sunday morning? Okay, now? Sunday or Saturday? Those are the two choices we have. I am keeping mornings because evenings you all have interesting activities as families. You have to go to a restaurant, you have to go to a movie, go to a mall. Chala mukhyaమైన పనులు ఉంటాయి. Weekend means. That's why, huh? ఏంటమ్మా?
Virtual.
When you are? We were actually Raghunandar Prabhu would like to take lead more. So Raghunandar Prabhu suggestion is to do it at homes. Each week one house. Don't worry, Prabhuji, my hall is very small. Don't worry. Nobody is coming to see your interiors. Nobody is coming to judge your house. Why are we going to each other house? Bhagavad Gita vintariki veltunam. We are going to each other house only to listen Bhagavad Gita. We are not going there to see their interiors, their curtains, whether their paints are good or not. And we are not going with the tape to see what is the length of the hall. Adhikar. If your house can accommodate 10-15 people, can your halls accommodate 15 people? 15 మంది కూర్చోడానికి ప్లేస్ ఉంటుందండి హాల్లో? చాలు. If 15 people can sit, 10 people can sit on the floor and some chairs or something, that's enough. Floor, sofa, chairs, whatever is possible. And prasadam will not buy from outside. It has to be cooked. Few Matajis take lead and cook. There should be a prasadam WhatsApp group. Matajis join in that group and you discuss. This we are making, this week we are making, let's say upma we are making. 3 Matajis will make, okay, I'll make for 5 people, I'll make for 7 people, something like that. Or if one Mataji can think, I can make for 15 people, you bring that. You don't need to even this. So, of course, this also we are buying from a place, asking what devotee is cooking. We are not buying from a hotel or any roadside or one devotee is cooking. And then we offer it to Krishna and we eat. Those are the basic principles we have to follow. Eating prasad. How many of you are eating prasadam at least one time a day? At least one time a day prasadam. Devudiki petti tintunara? Huh? Oh, very nice. So many people are doing that. Good. All men won't hand. Men are not raising hand. I'm asking how many of you are at least eating prasadam, not cooking. Okay, that's good. Very good. Please offer. Is already offered?
It's already late.
Right.
And it's already offered.
Already offered. Thank you. So we conclude. Today's homework is 12th chapter. And next week, we are all meeting in my home. 7 or 8 volunteers have come forward to take their cars. Please cooperate. Don't come at 7:25 here and say nobody's here. 7:75 car should start. So you reach by 7:30. We spend 2 hours. 10:30 you are back home. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Here?
My home.
Home only.
They have agreed to come. Saturday. Anybody has objections? Anybody cannot come? You cannot come, Mataji? Bring your in-laws to our home. Oh Krishna. So this little girl cannot come or you cannot come. Antenandi, only 2 people cannot come. Okay. Thank you. We'll take Prasad. It's already late.
Thank you, Satya Prabhu. And today's sponsor is Tony Shruti Mataji.